Hi guys, long time no see. I only seem to be doing YouTube videos now because it's the only one I can afford to buy stuff now. I'm not like the other reviewers who seem to get products sent to them. So it's just more of a personal review than anything. I know you can, there's many videos before me around, certain devices what come out. That's because by the time I get them, it's already been out. So anyway, I thought I'd give you my take on it, a bit more of a realistic approach to it. I have a car phone wearer's bag. That only means one thing if you live in the UK. I bought a phone. I've been an Apple man through and through for many years now. Thought I'd change tactics and go for the LG G3. I'm not, wasn't a massive Android fan, and that was probably because my first experience of Android was the HTC One, which I did an unboxing of. If I'm honest, it was okay, but the interface on the HTC One was a bit dull because HTC One dominate the operating system and stuff like that. So I went for the LG G3A because the spec is fantastic. I'm a very big picture person. I have a Synology NAS sitting there which has got thousands upon thousands of photos which I absolutely adore. So to me, photos is one of the biggest thing for a phone. I have an SLR which I absolutely adore. That takes 70% of my photos in a year. The other 30% will then come from my phone. Those random moments in life we all seem to take pictures of, and the selfie craze, which I've not jumped on board with, but it's good to be there. So for me, a phone with a fantastic camera is a massive issue for me. So one of the reasons I went for the G3 is because it has got a fantastic camera. Not only that, it's got a laser autofocus, which I think is pretty cool. No other phone on the market does that. So yeah, it is an enormously phone. It's got 4K video. I don't record in 4K because I haven't got a 4K television, and to be honest, I'm not a massive lover of 4K just yet. I think it's fantastic, don't get me wrong, but for me, it's not going to kick off yet for a good couple of years because, for example, in the UK, Sky aren't kicking it off just yet because they've got to launch certain things to get the bandwidth ready for it. So Full HD for me is still king. Records beautiful Full HD, and with that autofocus, pretty special. So yeah, I'm not going to unbox it. Well, I will, but I won't, because I've already got the phone. I've been using it for a while now. Nice box, better than a normal bog standard box. Not code, I'll go into that in a minute. Pretty cool feature. Usual manual, warranty, things nobody seems to read anymore, me included. You do get a pair of headphones, but I use my my AirPods, which I've got with my Apple iPhone. Just like them, they fit really well. The phone comes like that. Obviously you pull that tab and it releases the phone. A standard box, guys, nothing really that amazingly special. Specs are all on the back of the box. A couple of things on the front, on the UK edition that is, a couple of awards they've won, which I can't blame because that is a fantastic bit of kit. Specs on the back, so obviously you can read that yourself. But for you guys who want to know, it's a 5.5, so this is the biggest phone I've ever had. It takes a lot of getting used to, but to be fair, I love the size now, it's really convenient. It's a lot bigger than my iPhone 5, it feels really bizarre if I go back to it, but there you go. Snapdragon 801, so I'm used to Apple's processors, because that's Apple only use their own OEM ones if you like, so it's come to a third party and it does a pretty good job, to be fair. 1.1 watt speaker and it sounds okay. Again, it's a bit annoying for me because it is on the back, which if I'm watching a YouTube video I hold the phone and my hand normally covers the speaker, but again, it's still a cracking bit of kit. Now the biggest thing for me is a 13 megapixel camera, and that is really good bit of kit. 13 megapixels to get you a 4x3 photo. I have at the moment just trialling it really, just a test of the 10 megapixels, which is a wider 16:9 photo, so just trying that, it seems to be good. The biggest one for me is the laser autofocus, which I will show you in a minute. And the battery life's pretty good. Now for me, my eyes aren't fantastic, so I have the brightness down to about 60%. which for the battery life lasts me a good 2 days, so I'm more than happy with that, so I'm not going to jabber about that. Phone itself, again, I'm really happy with it. That is it. That's the back. Again, there's no branding on it. It's a non-branded phone because I haven't got it tied to a particular network. I've had my EE 4G SIM card in it, and now I've moved over to free cellular network, so it's an open branded phone for me. One thing which I think is pretty cool, and not many phones do it anymore, is the fact this removes. I will show you. On the back you've got some contacts there. This bit here, I actually thought it was the NFC pad. It's for wireless charging, which again I haven't experimented with. It's not something that appeals to me just yet. I probably will invest in it at some point, but not at the moment. There's your battery, SIM card and memory card goes in there. So at the moment I've got a 64 gig Lexar 300X. Again, does the job. I use it my GoPro as well, but recently just changed it out because I've been recording quite a lot of video on this, and 16 gig isn't a fantastic amount when you're recording full HD. There's no physical buttons on the side or front apart from on the back, which actually I think is really good bit of kit. It's great for taking pictures because it's just there, and it's class. I can't fault it. Again, the knock code is pretty useful, so for me it's just, and I'm in. Pretty standard user interface, nice and quick, which is always nice. That's really, there is much to it. Nice, it's Gorilla Glass, which isn't heavily advertised, so give it a good punch and it doesn't bother it. For me, but the selling point is the camera. It takes awesome. Hopefully my GoPro should pick it up, but if you can see, there is a red light firing away at this GoPro at the moment, so I don't know if that'll pick that up in the video, but it is definitely firing. It's very quick to focus, which I absolutely adore. As I say, the speaker is just there. So, and there's loads of little nifty features I love. So when I get a phone call, just put it to my ear, bam, I'm making a phone call. Coming from Apple to Android, was it a hard transition? Not really. The LG Android is pretty good in the fact you don't get a lot of bloatware on it, which is one of the biggest bears I ever had, and wasn't looking forward to it, so I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, I mean, do I regret it? No. Awesome phone, I'm really glad I got it. I think it was about £479 on its own. I don't buy them with contracts because it's cheaper to do that way. And yeah, I've really enjoyed it. Fantastic camera on it, really good. Come back from Bristol the other weekend and it absolutely took amazing photos. I couldn't be happy with it. And there's a full HD video I will be posting on my channel, which was in Sidmouth, where I live, for the local festival. It looked awesome, really good bit of kit. It was quite demanding situation there, because where I was, there's half the scene was bright sunshine bouncing off the wall in the background, and where I was it was shadow, so it was quite a good, and it really did well. It really has. Nothing really amazes me sometimes, but this really blows me away. So guys, this has been really my take on it, coming from an Apple man. I still do have my iPhone 5, which my girlfriend is going to have, but this is an honest man's opinion because I'm not biased towards any of them. I love tech, so I'm willing to give anything a go. But I'm really, so far, I've had it for about a month now, really looking forward to it. The only downside I'd say I have of it, and it's not massive because it doesn't really matter to me, when I first had it, I did have it on 100% brightness, which it really is bright. A lot of the time the phone will decrease it to 80 because it states that the phone's getting hot. I've found it does that quite a lot, so you might find it just stays on 80%, it doesn't actually fluctuate back up. So a lot of you, if you do get the phone, will get used to seeing 80%, which is still really bright. I mean, I like bright screens, but to me that's bright enough, and that's 60%. So yeah, it's awesome phone, and I love it. So that's my opinion on it as an Apple man. I use my Mac still, so I'm still that kind of thing. I actually work for Toshiba now, so I deal with Windows all the time, even though I'm not a massive fan of it. So I love tech all round. I'm not a fanboy in one particular avenue. I use lots of different OSs. I've got my Alienware situated to my right, and I have an Apple Mac, so I'm quite good at that. But I have been a very religious iPhone user for about 3 years now. I'm very, it's the biggest device I use now, so for me a phone is a big choice to make, and I really had to think about this one because it was either that or the Nexus 5. So, but I've switched over to Gmail, everything's Google-fied now, I use Spotify for my music, so it was a very, very easy transition to make. You do get a couple of LG apps on there, like the built-in text and all that kind of stuff. Google Hangouts is my text client, I love that. And yeah, pretty decent. The LG keyboard is fantastic. I've never used the swipe facility, I didn't use it on my HTC One, but the swipe facility on the keyboard on this is fantastic. It dominates what I text now. So yeah guys, it's been a look really at the LG G3. I give it a thumbs up, I suppose. I don't give many things a thumbs up, but yeah, if you're thinking of converting, I mean the iPhone 6 is around the corner, but again it's going to be the same old Apple, different hardware. It'll be interesting to see, but I'm really glad I've kind of made the transition now. So yeah, thanks for watching.